Lunga Kupiso joins us again. Glad, happy or whatever, but thanks, so nice of you to join us, Lunga. Quite a misleading, or rather quick and misleading three-match series between South Africa and England. England obviously winning 2-1. South Africa winning the dead rubber. What do you make of the entire series? Yeah. I know there's not a lot to take out of, but what do you think? What do you think?
Look, I think the Proteas right now wouldn't be worried. Obviously, winning matters. Results, at the end of the day, that's what everybody looks at. That's what everybody judges the team based on. But I think if you look at performances from the first game in England for the year, obviously, as a team, you won't be too upset with a loss. And especially in the manner that they lost by 75 runs. They were completely out of it. So they didn't adjust to the conditions as well as they would have liked. Second game, there was definitely improvement. And for me personally, the results say that England won. But on the day, I feel South Africa won because they chased the mammoth total. And in the end, when they needed to go big, because they were running out of time, they went big, and they went big successfully. So if from a team perspective and from an analysis perspective, you definitely can say that South Africa checked the boxes there. They'll be upset, and I am upset that they didn't cross over the line because they still had, they had time to go big. And if you lose a wicket, the next guy that comes in can still finish off the game. And it's unfortunate that it didn't go to that point.
But just on that, we're speaking now obviously of what has gone on in England and what are we anticipating, or rather what we're looking forward to with regards to the Champions Trophy. Yeah. Let's move back. South Africa beats Australia 5-0 at home. South Africa wins against Sri Lanka ODI series at home. South Africa wins ODI series against New Zealand in New Zealand. Do you think there's complacency, which I doubt there is at the moment in that ODI side, but do you think there's complacency creeping into the side? Or are we, almost as excited as we are about the test team, which is in a bit of, some sort of resurgence at the moment and climbing those rankings again. But do you think we still have some hard questions with regards to that ODI side? Because, yes, they were able to score 300 plus runs. Yes, they did it in the second ODI. And perhaps they would have done it in the third ODI. Or rather, let's look at in the manner in which, they played in that third ODI, which was, fantastic. But are we not looking way too ahead of the side? Yes, the rankings are suggesting that today, the 30th of May, that they are the #1 ranked ODI side. But I still feel there's, key questions that aren't answered in that South African lineup. Because if I look at that bowling attack, there is Andile Pehlukwayo, there is Mone Moko, there is Kagiso Rabada, Tahir. I'm sure you're well aware of the entire squad, but there are certainly likes for likes in terms of selection. Before the series, I would have said Mone Moko is a like for like with Kagiso Rabada. A guy like Fahan Beardin, I would have said they're a like for like with JP Duminy. Reason why I say that is because are you going to need 20 overs of spin in England? By 20 overs, I mean, if you pick JP Duminy, or if you're going to pick Imran Tahir, do you need to pick JP Duminy? Are you picking JP Duminy high up the top order, or are you picking him in the middle order? Where would JP Duminy come into the side? You've got Quentin de Kock, Hashim Amla, Faf du Plessis, AB de Villiers, David Miller, or Duminy, or Miller Duminy. But in that middle order, I'd like to see someone who's explosive. I'd like to see Chris Morris with a bit more time at the crease, because I think he's a more responsible character. I think he's a no-nonsense kind of guy. He walks to the crease and it looks like he's been there the whole afternoon. We've seen him at the Wanderers, how he went about his business. So I think there are some hard questions, but the main one, which, you do look to after 6, 7, or 8 overs in any format, particularly one-day cricket and test cricket, if you're playing on a wicket where nothing is happening for you, with the new ball, no swing, nothing, who do you look to? And what do you look to? Do you look to that one guy who you quickly now start looking to shine one side of the ball and look for that reverse swing rather? Yeah. Who's going to do that in the side? Who's going to do that in the Proteas side? you know, a guy like Kai Abbott, a guy like Vernon Philander, all of a sudden we're asking, should we have left Vernon Philander out of the side? Or if you were fit, would he be eligible? Or would we have picked him into the side? Because I certainly think in England, like Anderson has shown over the years, you do need someone who's going to move the ball. Kagiso Rabada does, but he does so at an angle, he does so at pace, he doesn't do it consistently. He works with the short ball, he works with the Yorker, but that one consistent bowler who's going to stick to that off-stump channel with the movement of the ball. Who do you see that being on the side? Because we've now picked up Andile Pehlukwayo being the guy, you know, to sort of mix things up. Yeah. Can be expensive at times, but when it works out, it looks beautiful.
Look, it's normal that we're going to have a lot of questions now around this ODI side because many of them didn't go to the IPL. Even Kagiso, who was at the IPL, didn't play majority of the games. Only Chris Morris played in almost every game for his franchise. Imran Tahi, everyone else really. Even David Miller was being benched by his franchise in the IPL. So a lot of them would have come off a little bit rusty. They haven't played the game at that level. So those question marks.
So are we saying we should just, yes, they played 3 ODIs. We should just look past it
in quick succession.
Quick succession, boom, boom, and let's just go to the Champions Trophy and see how it fares.
For me, I say don't worry yet up until that first game against Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka are a dangerous side in these limited international trophy tournaments. Okay. But for me, in this ODI series, it's no flag to be waving red flag and throwing caution to the wind. Definitely not.
So you're happy with the side? You're happy with the top order? You're happy with the long batting lineup, right down to number 9, 10?
Okay, I can't say I'm happy.
Closing 60 seconds.
I can't say I'm happy with the way that the order has been. And the one thing that's disappointed me as far as the Proteas is concerned in this ODI series is picking Monemorkel to come to the World Cup, coming off a long injury layoff, and not use him in the 3 matches to get him up to speed. And as you say, we don't have somebody who can reverse swing the ball or who can swing the ball out naturally. We've left those guys behind with injury and some are struggling. So for me, it would make sense that you give Monemorkel a run in all 3 games to make sure that he's up to speed, and Monemorkel and Kagiso Rabada are your spearheads. Then it comes to a decision where it's whether it's Wayne Panel coming in or Andile Pehlukwayo coming in, depending on whether you want to go bat or ball. For me, Imran Tahi and Keshav Maharaj are definitely people that you must look into getting. One of them has to play in every match. In as far as the selection, those are my concern. But as far as performance is concerned, you'd expect the guys that they're going to be a little bit rusty.
Do you know what I expect? Do you know what I expect? Later. I expect you to watch us next time. Lunga Kupiso, thank you very much for joining us. Yes, the Proteas are in England. They're still in England. Plenty to play for and plenty for them to bring back home, because supporters are coming about again, because it's an ICC event and the Proteas are in town in the UK. Next time, thank you. Wilms?
Short. Appreciate it.
The wrong impression, I only have one to make. You can open your palm.